Hey, what's up everyone? How is everyone doing today? Today I'm trying a new game, DCS World. It's a free-to-play simulator flight game or something like that. I have never played this game before, so
Welcome to the cockpit overview lesson. Today, we will take a detailed look at the Mustang cockpit. You can use mouse look mode to move your view around the cockpit. To turn mouse look mode on and off, press left alt plus C. Throughout this lesson, pressing the spacebar key will initiate the next consecutive step once instructions for the current one are complete. Press the spacebar key when you are ready to begin.
I am ready to
The
begin.
cockpit is configured in a standard layout, with the instrument panel positioned on the front
Let's
dash,
see.
a center-mounted control stick, a throttle quadrant on the left side, and various aircraft system controls on the left and right panels. With the
All right.
Max, do you want me to add you to the family group as an adult?
Yeah. All right. So I don't like how they have this set.
So you make your own account, so okay.
Cancel, clear, this, clear. All right. So for this, there. Um, pitch. Okay. Roll. Okay. Rudder. Um, Trim. Wheel brake. Zoom view. Let's set. Shit, I don't know what button that is. Oh, I clicked the wrong side. That's why. This one. Oh. Hmm. All right. Well,
section of the flaps control
better
handle,
than nothing.
which is located
Let's
in the
see.
bottom left corner of the cockpit.
Throttle.
Most of the indicators and controls are well organized and easy to read and reach.
There's not a very easy control setup for this thing. Like, you have to do a lot of fucking looking for things. Camera. Absolute camera. Mouse Z. Whatever. Alright, whatever. Let's just go.
Moving on
We
to
shall
the
learn.
instrument panel, the upper left corner houses the remote indicating compass. The compass
Jeez.
unit is installed inside the left wing and transmits magnetic readings electrically to the cockpit indicator. Using a remote compass avoids the magnetic effects caused by armor plating around the.
Alright, there has to be a camera view. Alright. If I just want to look around, how do I do that? Like, seriously, I just want to look around the cockpit. Oh man, this is quite confusing. Hey, Stranex, what's up, man? How are you doing today? I am, fumbling around with this, trying to just set up some controls, but it's not easy. Rear warning radar. You don't. This thing doesn't even have a radar. You know what?
Cockpit.
Let's just crash a few times.
Compass. The remote indicating compass includes a heading needle, which shows the current heading, and a desired.
That's good. I'm glad.
Which can be turned using the indicator knob to set a desired course reference on the indicator. To turn the knob, you can simply roll the mouse wheel over it.
I can simply roll. I don't get it. Okay. I mean, that's kind of cool. Wow. All right.
To the right of the remote indicating compass is a standard clock. The winding knob can be used to set the time. Doing so requires pulling the knob out with the left mouse button, then rolling the mouse wheel over the knob to rotate
I got it. Thank you. Nope. You're gonna make me do it?
The suction gauge indicates the amount of pressure in inches of mercury being generated by the engine vacuum pump. Vacuum pressure is used by a number of vital instruments, including the flight indicator, bank and turn indicator, and the direction.
Alright, so I am probably not going to like this game.
Above or below normal means the readings of these indicators are unreliable.
There is way too much shit that I have to do.
Next is the manifold pressure indicator. This is one of the primary instruments used in flight, and together with the tachometer or engine RPM indicator is your main reference of engine power. The manifold pressure
I do not know enough about
induction system prior to
planes to fucking
like the suction gauge,
to do this.
The indication is in inches of mercury. Manifold pressure is set using
U.S.
the
Army Air
handle,
Corps,
while engine RPM is set using the propeller control lever, also on the throttle quadrant. On the left side of the middle row of the instrument panel is the airspeed indicator, which shows an indicated airspeed in miles per hour, mph. The red line
that one I did need to know.
Marks the maximum permissible airspeed of 505 miles per hour.
Okay.
It's important to remember that maximum permissible indicated airspeed is reduced as altitude increases. For example, it is 400 mph at 20,000 feet and 300 mph at 30,000 feet.
Okay.
In the left center of the instrument panel is the directional gyro, which shows current heading. The instrument can be caged and the heading adjusted manually by pushing in and rotating the indicator knob.
Nope, don't care.
In the center right of the
I'm sure I need to know a lot of this shit, but
which shows the aircraft's roll and pitch attitude relative to the horizon. The indicator is limited to 60 degrees in pitch and 100 degrees in roll. The instrument can be caged or uncaged using the caging knob in the lower right corner of the indicator.
Nope, no idea.
The horizon level can be adjusted vertically using the pitch adjust knob. To the right of the flight indicator are two temperature gauges.
Temperature, yeah, makes sense.
Gauge above and the carburetor air temperature below.
Green and red.
It's important to monitor these instruments in flight, as temperatures rising above normal may lead to serious engine problems, such as detonation and pre-ignition.
Like crashing.
On the right side of the middle row of the instrument panel is the tachometer. This instrument indicates engine speed and revolutions per minute.
Temperature,
RPM.
oil, fuel.
The pilot controls engine speed using the propeller control lever on the throttle quadrant.
Climb.
A propeller governor system automatically adjusts propeller pitch angles to maintain the RPM set by the pilot.
That one I don't know.
RPM settings in flight will be between 1,800 and 3,000
No,
RPM.
that's talking about the your roll.
Moving to the bottom row of the instrument panel,
altitude.
The left corner houses the altimeter. The altimeter shows barometric or pressure
fuel
altitude
boost,
using a 3-needle
supercharger.
System. The shortest needle shows altitude in tens
of thousands
this thing
had
of feet, the middle
so
needle
much
in
shit.
thousands of feet, and the longest needle in hundreds of feet. The indicator knob is used to adjust the sea level reference pressure in inches of mercury to ensure an accurate altitude reading over a desired location where the sea level air pressure is known.
Good to know.
Next is the bank and turn
Yep.
indicator,
Okay, so that's what that was.
primarily used to maintain coordinated flight and minimize side slip. The vertical needle of the instrument indicates turn rate, and the slip ball indicates side slip or side skid. In flight, the pilot maintains the ball's center by using stick and rudder controls or aileron and rudder trim. Flight
Okay.
trim is very sensitive to changes in engine power and airspeed, so constant attention must be paid to the bank and turn indicator in order to fly as efficiently as possible.
Next is climbing.
To the right is the rate of climb indicator,
So
which shows the
basically,
climb rate in
that's the
thousands
section
of
I need
feet
to pay
per minute.
attention to. There ain't shit
Further
I
to
can
the
do
right
about
is
the rest of this stuff.
accelerometer, or G meter. This indicator shows the G load factor experienced by the aircraft, as well as two additional needles that show the maximum
Blinker,
and minimum
oxygen
G
flow
loads attained
indicator.
since the instrument was last reset. The instrument
What is this
includes a
thing?
reset button used to reset
Oxygen?
the needles to zero. Finally, on the very right is the engine gauge. This instrument includes three indicators:
Ooh,
the oil
rockets.
temperature gauge, oil
Parking
pressure
brake.
gauge, and the fuel pressure gauge. Moving below the instrument panel, the engine control panel includes a number of important engine controls. These
Oil
include
dilute.
supercharger blower switch, sets the supercharger to low, high, or automatic blower modes. Normally
Automatic.
this should be set to auto. The jewel light indicator lights up when the supercharger kicks into high blower mode. Fuel booster switch turns the fuel booster pumps on and off. Oil dilute switch, used to dilute the oil with gasoline, which may be necessary when starting in cold temperatures. Starter switch, used to turn the engine prior to ignition
To
during
start it,
startup.
makes sense.
Primer switch, used to feed fuel to the engine through the fuel primer system during startup. To the right are the two landing gear warning lights.
Safe,
These indicate
unsafe.
safe or unsafe states of the landing gear. For example, the unsafe red light will be on if the gear doors are open, but the landing gear is unlocked.
You lost me at hello.
Adjacent to the landing gear warning light is the parking brake handle. Setting the parking brake requires the following steps. Pull out and hold the parking brake handle. Fully depress and release the brakes. Release the parking brake handle. Releasing the parking brake only requires a press of the brake pedals.
Okay.
On the right side below the instrument panel are the oxygen indicators, the oxygen flow indicator, and the oxygen pressure gauge. The oxygen flow indicator features a blinker that opens and closes as the pilot inhales and exhales on-demand oxygen. The oxygen pressure gauge shows the amount of oxygen remaining in the O2 tanks in pounds per square inch, PSI. A normal reading is 400 PSI. Just below the instrument panel is the front
I feel like I
switch
can
panel,
fly a plane
which
now.
includes a variety of important controls. Ignition selector switch selects the left, right, or both
yeah.
needles to operate the engine ignition system.
Makes
Cockpit
sense.
light switch turns on and adjusts the cockpit floodlights. Horn silence button silences the AN APS 13 rear warning radar alarm.
No, so this does have a
Below the front switch panel is the fuel control panel. This includes the fuel shutoff valve,
off,
used to open
on.
and close the fuel flow, and the fuel selector valve, used to select the fuel tank used to feed the engine. Correct
Sounds
fuel
good.
tank selection is important in flight to maintain a balanced aircraft.
Well,
To the right of the fuel
I hope I
control
don't have to do
panel
some
are
of
the
this shit.
hydraulic pressure gauge and the landing gear fairing doors emergency release handle. The landing gear fairing doors emergency release handle can be used to release the hydraulic pressure and mechanical locks holding the gear doors closed. This will open the fairing doors and allow the landing gear to fall down under its own weight. Slight rolling of the aircraft from side to side can be used to ensure the gear locks in place prior to landing. The surface control lock is used to lock the control stick in place when the aircraft is parked. Left
Okay.
clicking over the pin locks the stick in the forward
Defroster,
position, which
hot
leaves
air.
the tail wheel unlocked and allows the aircraft to be towed and turned easily.
Jeez.
Right clicking on the pin
I
locks
hope.
the
Oh,
stick
an
in the
armrest.
neutral
That's kind of
position,
cool.
which leaves the tail wheel limited to 6 degrees of turn. Moving to the left side of the cockpit, the throttle quadrant dominates the forward section. The throttle quadrant includes the throttle handle, the
Want
propeller
to
control
give the
lever,
free
and the
version of
mixture
this a
control
try. So
lever.
this is the free
In
version.
addition, two
I
suction
literally
locks are
just
mounted on the
downloaded it.
assembly and can be used to
Okay.
stop the movement
So
of the throttle
there's
handle or the
the
mixture
throttle.
and propeller control levers. The throttle handle features a microphone switch button
There
used
is
to activate
a
transmission over the
ton of
VHF radio.
information though. This has the P-51 and shit, what was it? Some kind of Russian fighter, or I think it was Russian at least.
Moving
A
back from
jet
the throttle
and
body,
basically a
the radiator air
prop
control
plane
panel includes switches to
for free.
operate the
You
coolant and
can
oil
pay for other
radiator flap
things.
doors. These are usually kept in
But
automatic, but can
I
be
think
opened
it
and
might
closed
be a
manually
little
when
too
necessary.
complicated for
This
me
panel
though, for
also
my
includes the
poor little
landing light
infantry
switch
brain.
and the left-hand fluorescent light rheostat switch, which controls instrument backlighting on the left side of the cockpit. 3 trim wheels are used to set the aileron, rudder, and elevator trim. Take off with 5 to 6 degrees of right rudder trim to help compensate for engine
Yeah,
failure.
I
Trim
wanted to
settings
try the
in
game
flight may
first
vary
before I
depending on
even
flight
worried about
conditions.
anything like that. I'm
The 2
I
handles
haven't even
tied
left the
to
ground
left
yet.
rear of the cockpit control airflow to the engine induction system. The ram air control handle controls whether air is
Warning,
ingested
do not
through the main intake
use
under the nose or filtered intakes on either side of the
carb heat
nose.
above.
Filtered air
Okay.
is used when icing of the intake develops. The hot air control handle opens a vent door in the
I
engine
hope
compartment to allow warm
I don't
air
have
to
to
enter
deal
the
with
carburetor.
everything in here
This
though,
can be done below 12,000 feet when icing of the carburetor is
or else I
dangerous.
just will not enjoy this game.
Probably the most awkward control in the cockpit is the flaps control handle in the bottom left corner. The flaps can be set from 0 to 47
That
knots
is a
50
weird.
degrees in 10-degree increments.
That is a weird
The
control.
landing gear control handle is also on the left
Parking.
side. The handle is pulled in and moved up or down to raise and lower the landing gear as desired. The gear should only be moved when it's locked in either the up or down position. Now moving on to the
Oh
right
man.
side of the cockpit, we have 2 canopy controls.
Oh.
The canopy is rolled open and closed by turning the canopy hand crank.
Okay.
The red handle is the emergency canopy release. When pulled, this will unlock the canopy and it will fly off into the slipstream.
Touche.
The oxygen regulator is used to control oxygen flow to the pilot's mask. The oxygen diluter lever, marked with yellow stripes, is used to set normal
I
diluted
mean,
oxygen
if
or
the
100%
tutorial wants you to
oxygen.
remember absolutely
The
every
red
knob
emergency
indicator.
valve is
Yeah,
to set the
exactly.
backup oxygen line and can be used to bypass
Like,
the regulator.
I forgot what half this shit already was.
The recognition light's keying switch is used to flash the recognition lights installed on the
I mean, a
upper
lot of
side
it is self-explanatory.
when they are set to
You got a
keep mode
clock,
on the electrical panel. The lights turn on for as long as the
vacuum,
keying switch is held
temperatures,
down and off
altitude.
when it is released. The electrical control panel includes switches for battery and generator power, pitot tube, and external lighting. In addition, the right-hand fluorescent light rheostat switch controls the backlighting for instruments on the right side of the cockpit. The electrical control panel also includes an important indicator, the ammeter. This shows current output of the generator in amperes. Maximum permissible output is 100 amperes. The ammeter does not show battery current. Finally, the electrical control panel also includes a circuit breaker bump plate. This can be pressed in to reset all the circuit breakers in case one or more of them gets overloaded and pops out.
Yeah, that's useful.
Further back from the electrical control panel is the AN/APS 13 Rear Warning Radar, or RWR. This
Okay,
device
so this
sounds
does
an
have
alarm when
a
an object is detected behind the aircraft to warn the pilot
a
of a
radar
possible
behind
threat
me. Okay,
approaching
that's
from
kind
the
of
rear.
cool.
Next is the SCR 522 VHF radio, used for communication with flight members and air traffic
Yeah,
controllers.
I
The
agree.
radio features 5 channels, the frequencies for which
I
are
mean,
preset and cannot be changed in flight. You should consult
I
your
don't even
mission
know if
briefing
I even have
prior
to worry
starting
about
a
this
flight
shit
to
or
make
if
sure
it's
your radio
just
is set up to
telling me what all the
contact
buttons
emergency
do.
towers in your vicinity. The remaining
If it's
radio
just
systems,
telling me, that's
including the
cool.
homing
If
adapter,
I have to go through and
IFF
hit different
transponder,
buttons while I'm
and
flying,
controller range receiver are
that's
not
not gonna be that
functional
fun.
in this aircraft.
Or have it have like difficulties that you can.
Let's now take a look at the fuel gauges.
Oh.
You may need to twist your head around the cockpit a little to see them.
What?
You can press left Alt plus C to enable mouse view mode, and then hold down the mouse wheel while moving the mouse to move your head around the cockpit. The gauges for the left and right main tanks are located on the
So
floor
cool.
to either
I don't
side of the
understand.
seat.
Alright, so press left Alt and C. I don't. Like, I got the whole movement part. I don't see how you. Fuck it, whatever.
Finally, the area under the seat also houses cockpit environmental controls, including windshield defrosting and cockpit heating and cooling. This This concludes the cockpit overview lesson. Next time, we'll learn how to start her up.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, exactly. Which, I mean, in all reality, that makes sense if, like, real life, but I'm, playing a game. Alright. Takeoff, land, oh my god. Alright, let's see if we can figure this out. Yeah, I don't even care, just... Okay.
Welcome to the startup lesson. Press the spacebar key to begin.
To begin.
The engine start sequence is not very complicated. We will move around the cockpit clockwise, starting on the left side to configure the aircraft for engine start. Let's begin with the flaps control handle, positioned to the rear bottom left side of the cockpit. For a normal takeoff, flaps are not usually lowered. However, 15 to 20...
I have... flaps. Here we go. Alright, oh, the axis, that's why. Honestly, I don't know yet. I haven't even took off. So I have a 2080 Super, and I am getting 90 FPS on high at a 2K resolution. Flight controls, flaps. Here we go. Flaps down. There we go. Flaps up. There we go. Hey, what's up? How you doing today?
Degrees of flaps can be used when a minimum run takeoff is required. Set the flaps
possibly.
All the
like
way
my
all
the way up to the up.
You can either click and drag the handle with the mouse, or press left shift plus F
Okay.
repeatedly until it is all the way up. Note, the flaps won't actually come up until the engine is running.
I mean, once I can actually take off and see how the game's running, I can probably give you a better idea. But I have no clue.
System for normal operation by moving the cold air control handle all the way forward to the ram air position. And
I'm doing pretty good. I'm very confused in this game though. All right, ram air all the way to the normal position. This is not a simple game. Am I even? I don't know. Is that normal? Did I go too far?
Next, set the
Guess
coolant
so.
and oil radiator air control switches to the auto position for automatic operation of the coolant.
Alright, I gotta zoom in some.
Doors. To do so, left click on the auto switch positions. Don't forget to close the switch covers after. Adjust the trim tabs to prepare for takeoff. Set rudder trim to 5 degrees right. Elevator trim can be left neutral. Aileron trim remains neutral.
Alright, I can't see. Am I going? Man, this is... Alright, hold on. Adjust the trim. Set the rudder trim to 5 degrees right. Elevator trim can be left neutral. I think I went 5 degrees right. So yeah, I'm trying DCS World right now. I am, however, not doing the greatest. Did I go the wrong way? Apparently not. Alright, elevator. Oh, elevator can be left neutral. I read that wrong. Alright, neutral. Rudder needs to go 5 degrees right. That's left. I don't even know what we're talking about right now. Alright, I gotta... Man, this is rough. I don't want to hear loud ass. Special? No, just... in cockpit options. In cockpit, yeah, but I don't know if that's talking about the. I don't know if that's talking about the audio, like the people talking, or if that's just the sound. Eh, yeah, we'll give it a shot. Let's kick that down to 50. And oh yeah, of course now he's not talking though. Hey Aki, how you doing, man? Right now I am trying to figure this out. Alright, ram, propeller, Mark P. Set it all the way forward. I guess this. Okay. Did I not go? Okay. And then the fuel mixture. What are they talking about here? Run. Okay. This is set to idle cutoff. What's this? Did I guess I got it? Oh, it doesn't help when the instructions go away.
Moving to the engine control panel on the front dash, turn on the fuel booster pump by setting the fuel booster switch to the up position by clicking over the switch.
Got it.
Select the left and right magnetos to provide power to the engine ignition system by setting the
Makes
ignition
sense.
switch to both. On the fuel control panel, ensure that the left wing tank is selected for fuel consumption by checking that the fuel selector valve is set to the main tank LH position.
Yep.
Open the fuel shutoff valve by clicking on it to set it to the on position.
Gotcha.
Let's set the parking brake to make sure we remain stationary when the engine begins to pull. You may want to open the controls indicator by pressing right control plus enter to monitor the positions of your flight controls, including the brakes. Setting the parking brake takes a few
steps. Right
steps.
control.
First, pull out and hold the parking brake handle by clicking and holding it.
I don't know what that means. Alright.
Next, while continuing to hold the parking brake handle, fully press the brake pedals by holding down the W key. Continuing to hold the parking brake handle, release the wheel brakes by releasing the W key. Now release the parking brake handle to set the parking brake. If done correctly, the parking brake handle should remain in the pulled out position.
Okay.
We'll now move on to the electrical control panel on the right side of the cockpit. Set the battery switch to the up position to provide electrical power. Also, set the generator switch to the up position to prepare the generator to take over once the engine is running over 1500 to 1700 RPM.
I guarantee it's over that much.
Click and hold the primer switch on the engine control panel for about 1 second to feed some fuel to the engine. When starting in cold temperatures, up to 4 seconds of prime may be necessary.
Kind of cool.
We are now ready to attempt an engine start. To do so, first press and hold the starter switch to operate the starter and begin turning the engine. As the engine begins to catch, move the fuel mixture control lever on the throttle quadrant to the run position by right-clicking on it once. If you aren't able to start the engine successfully, return the fuel mixer lever to idle cutoff by left-clicking and repeat the process starting with priming the engine. Note, the engine starter can be easily overheated. The starter should not be used for more than 4 20-second attempts to start, with 15-second intervals, followed by a 5-minute cooling off period.
Okay, guess it didn't work. Alright, hit that. Yeah, I forgot to hit the... Alright, so try this one more time. Alright, so when I hit the... Oh. I see. Well, doesn't help when the instructions go away. Alright. Let's zoom out a little bit so I can actually see what's going on here. Alright. Let that go for a second. No. There. Oh. Okay, so when I click it automatically goes, okay. Come on. Fucking shit's gonna start on fire here in a second. You know, it's not helpful when the instructions go away. Alright, so start here. Let me see, what does that say? Mixture control. Fuck it, we'll burn this shit up. It'd be cool if the instructions didn't go away though.
Good start. Now we need to make sure the engine is running smoothly without any indications of a problem. Use the RPM gauge and adjust the throttle to run the engine at about 1200 to 1300 RPM.
Well,
Monitor the engine gauge to check the oil pressure to reach at least 50 psi.
that was a good
and the
start.
oil temperature to reach
Too
at
bad my
least 40
plane
degrees
almost
Celsius.
flipped.
Check the suction gauge to make sure it is showing a normal suction reading of 3.75 to 4.25 inches.
Oh yeah, I was cooking that
Pressing
engine.
the spacebar keeps proceeding.
Well, it doesn't really matter since use the RPM gauge, just the throttle between. Fuck it, whatever.
Check the hydraulic pressure gauge to make sure it is
We ain't going nowhere.
pressure of 800 to 1100 psi. Check the oxygen pressure gauge to make sure it is reading a normal pressure of 400 psi. Press the space bar key to proceed.
Yeah, it's not. We're not getting nothing here. Yep. Whatever. Let's go.
Continue to idle the engine at 1,000 to 1,200 RPM.
Did you
Wait for taxi
try?
before
No,
making
I
flight check.
literally
Remember
just
to
downloaded
release
the
the
game and
parking brake before taxiing.
started checking it
To
out.
do so, fully depress and release the wheel brake's W key. This concludes the engine start lesson. Well done.
Okay. Honestly, I was just trying to see if it was an interesting game. It is definitely a in-depth game.
Welcome to the taxi lesson. Press the spacebar key to begin.
Well, we're already in a
As
better
with
start.
most other aircraft configured with a tail-dragging undercarriage,
My
taxiing
propeller's
on
not
the
bent.
B-51 can be tricky. Forward visibility is obstructed by the nose, and it doesn't take much
Yeah.
to nose over into the ground. To
I'm sure it
maintain
doesn't.
awareness of the area ahead, the aircraft is taxied in a zigzag or S pattern, turning it from side to side as it rolls forward.
Side to
You
side,
can
okay.
move your head position to either side in the cockpit to peek around the nose.
I
To
tried
do so,
this.
press left Alt plus C to enable mouse view mode, and
Okay.
press and hold the mouse wheel while dragging the mouse left and right. Alternatively, you can use the commands right control plus right shift plus num 4 and right control plus right shift plus num 6 to move your head from side to side. Press
Oh.
the spacebar key to proceed.
Well, that one actually seems to work. But the whole wheel mouse thing just does not do anything for me. Yeah, no clue. Alright. Spacebar to proceed.
Another important element to keep
I
in
was
mind
trying to
is
learn the
the position of the
K50.
control stick. When the stick is held aft of center, pulled toward the pilot, the tail wheel is limited to 6 degrees of rotation to either side.
Okay.
This is the standard taxi and takeoff position of the stick. It helps maintain
Touche.
directional control, but limits the turning radius of the aircraft.
Hey, look.
When the stick is pushed forward of neutral, the tail wheel is unlocked and becomes free swiveling. In this case, the rudder pedals do not control the tail wheel.
Is there a way
This
to...
makes it
Okay,
possible
cool.
to perform tight turns, but can be very tricky to control as the aircraft
Ooh,
rotation
I don't like
can be
that.
sudden and violent, depending on speed, applied brakes, engine power, and rudder position. Press the spacebar key to proceed. When taxiing over a smooth and level surface, such as this runway, very little engine power is required.
Okay.
It's also best to minimize the use of brakes to prevent unnecessary wear and heating. Hot brakes can easily ice over after takeoff as the aircraft climbs into colder temperatures.
I did not know that.
Press the spacebar key to proceed. Press right control plus enter to open the controls indicator so you can monitor the position of your flight controls.
Okay.
Pull the control stick aft of center and hold it there to keep the tail wheel locked for taxiing.
Alright, which was aft?
To practice taxi control, we will use a lead car to take you through a short taxiing course. The car is now waiting in position to your left.
Oh, I see how this
Press
works.
the spacebar key when you are ready to begin.
Wait, he's waiting to my left. Oh, hey, look, there he is.
The car will now
I hope
forward at
hope
about
this way is
10
aft.
mph. Add a little power to begin moving forward. Use the numpad plus and minus keys to control the throttle.
No, little
Use the
power.
Z and X
Calm
keys
down.
to control the rudder pedals to turn left and right. Use the W key to depress the wheel brakes as required. Zigzag from side to side. The car has stopped so you can catch up.
Trust me, the car wasn't the issue. I don't know which button the brakes were. Well, let's No, no. No flipping. Alright, that's something I need to change real quick. I need to move the brakes to a button on my stick. Can I? I can do a search. Wheel brake. Left, right, or both? Let's go with both. Woo! too much. All right. I did not realize that this was gonna. Let me see if I can adjust the throttle. I don't want to do modifiers. Okay, so you can't like fine tune it. All right, well let's restart this. You know what? Oh, you're right. Yeah, because you have to go left and right. All right, let's take off guided practice. What is this? With the help of the instructor. You know what? Fuck it. I'm honestly I'm just trying to figure out if I even like the game.
Welcome to the takeoff lesson. Press the space bar key to
Hey,
begin.
hey. Nope, nope, bad.
The 51 is generally
Fucking
very
did it again.
controllable in takeoff, but
Oh man, how do you restart? Fly again. I definitely need to do a left and right. Don't push nothing.
welcome to the takeoff lesson. Press the space bar key to begin. The 51 is generally very controllable in takeoff, but the powerful engine and large propeller spinning at the front do require careful use of the rudder in order to maintain a straight course down the runway.
Yep,
A
got
right
that.
rudder trim of 5 to 6 degrees is a standard takeoff setting and is usually sufficient to maintain directional stability in the takeoff run. A normal takeoff is performed at takeoff power, which is 61 inches of manifold pressure at 3,000 RPM.
Manifold.
However, to
All right,
minimize
there it is.
controllability issues while practicing, we will take off at a reduced power setting of about 50 inches of manifold pressure. Press the space bar key to proceed.
Teach me.
Your primary instruments during the takeoff run will be the
Let me
airspeed
see.
indicator
Yep.
on the left side of the instrument
Yep.
panel and the manifold
Climbing, got
pressure
it.
indicator on the right side. Once in the air, we will use the turn indicator and the rate of climb indicator to maintain a desired flight path. Press the space bar key to proceed.
Wish me luck, guys.
The first key element of a successful takeoff is a gradual onset of power. You cannot just slam the throttle forward. The torque effects of a sudden burst of power are very likely to run you off the runway and into the grass with devastating results.
Oh yeah.
The other key element is the tail lift. As the aircraft accelerates toward 100 miles per hour, the tail will lift itself off the ground, unless held down with some stick back pressure.
Yep.
You can perform a takeoff without a tail lift by simply holding the stick back to maintain a 3-point attitude until the plane flies itself off the ground. Most
Okay.
pilots, however, prefer to let the tail rise up to continue accelerating while running on the front wheels before lifting off into the air. Press the space bar key to proceed. The takeoff starts.
There's definitely a
with
lot
the
of
stick held
instructions
back
in this
to keep
game.
the tail wheel locked for a controlled ground run. To perform a tail lift, neutralize the stick as speed approaches 100 miles per hour. Be careful to avoid lifting the tail too early by pushing the stick forward. The changes in pitch angles occurring during the tail lift cause significant directional instability, which is more difficult to control at slower speeds. Careful
Okay.
rudder input will be required to maintain heading as the tail lifts. You may need to alternate a bit of right and left rudder input before stabilizing.
So with this, I'm
for
also
liftoff.
using 2 flight
Press
sticks.
the space bar key to proceed. Flaps are not used in a normal takeoff. 15 to 20 degrees of down flaps are used when a minimum run takeoff is required. Press right control plus enter to open the controls indicator so you can monitor the position of your flight controls. To prepare for the takeoff run, set the rudder trim to about 5 degrees right. Click and drag the rudder trim tab control wheel.
5 degrees right. Come on.
On the throttle quadrant, make sure the RPM lever is set all the way forward to increase. If not, press and hold the page up key to set it. Hold down the wheel brakes using the W key.
Wheel brakes. Okay.
Using the numpad plus and minus keys, control the throttle to set the manifold pressure to about 30 inches. Keep the stick pulled somewhat aft of neutral to keep the tail wheel locked.
Okay, so
Whenever you're ready, release the wheel brakes to begin the takeoff run.
Sweet baby G. I wish there was a way to just restart. So I don't have to go through all this shit. Okay, so fuck the W. I have to use my stick to do it.
Welcome to the takeoff lesson. Press the spacebar key to begin.
Okay. Rudder 5. Okay.
The 51 is generally very controllable in takeoff, but the powerful engine and large propeller spinning at the front do require careful use of the rudder in order to maintain a straight course down the runway. A right rudder trim of 5 to 6 degrees is a standard takeoff setting and is usually sufficient to maintain directional stability in the takeoff run. A normal takeoff is performed at takeoff power, which is 60
This game will
inches
definitely
of
take a
manifold
lot of
pressure at
practice.
3,000 RPM. However, to minimize controllability issues while practicing, we will take off at a reduced power setting of about 50 inches of manifold pressure. Press the
Okay,
space
I'll
bar
definitely
key
take a
to
look after
proceed.
this.
Your primary instruments during the takeoff run will be the airspeed indicator on the left
Let's
side
see.
of the
I just try. Oh wait, that's because I hit a button. Mission. No. I mean, there might be, but I'm general. Show mission resources. Whatever. All right. Back to my hold my brake and
instrument panel
everything
and the
down.
manifold pressure indicator on the right side. Once in the air, we will use the turn indicator and the rate of climb indicator to maintain a desired flight path. Press the spacebar key to proceed. The first key element of a successful takeoff is a gradual onset of power. You cannot just slam the throttle forward. The torque effects of a sudden burst of power are very likely to run
I
you
have
off the
definitely
runway and
learned that
into
one
the
already.
grass with devastating results. The other key element is
Then
the tail
this
lift.
has to be
As
back.
the aircraft accelerates toward 100 miles per hour,
Okay.
the tail will lift itself off the ground, unless held down with some stick back pressure. You can perform a takeoff without a tail lift by simply holding the stick back to maintain a 3-point attitude until the plane flies itself off the ground. Most
I like it.
pilots, however, prefer to let the tail rise up to continue accelerating while running on the front wheels before lifting off into the air. Press the spacebar key to proceed.
Alright guys, wish me luck.
The takeoff starts with the stick held back to keep the tail wheel locked for a controlled ground run. To perform a tail lift, neutralize the stick as speed approaches 100 miles per hour. Be careful to avoid lifting the tail too early by pushing the stick forward. The changes in pitch angles occurring during the tail lift cause significant directional instability, which is more difficult to control at slower speeds. Careful rudder input will be required to maintain heading as the tail lifts. You may need to alternate a bit of right and left rudder input before stabilizing for the liftoff.
There's rudder. Okay, rudder sit there.
Key to proceed. Flaps are not used in a normal takeoff. 15
Got it already.
to 20 degrees of down flaps are used when a minimum run takeoff is required. Press right control plus enter to open the controls indicator so you can monitor the position of your flight controls.
Did it.
Prepare for the takeoff run, set the rudder trim to about 5 degrees right.
Make sure it's...
Click and drag the rudder trim tab control wheel. On the throttle quadrant,
already there.
make sure the RPM lever is set all the way forward to increase. If not, press and hold the page up key to set it. Hold down the wheel brakes using the W key. Using the numpad plus and minus keys, control the throttle to set the manifold pressure to about 30 inches.
Come on. Alright, we're close enough.
Keep the stick pulled somewhat aft of neutral to keep the tail wheel locked.
Yep.
Whenever you're ready, release the wheel brakes to begin the takeoff run. Use the rudder or Z and X keys to maintain your heading down the runway. Gradually add power to set about 50 inches of manifold pressure.
There, okay.
Neutralize the stick to lift the tail. Easy on the rudder.
Woo.
Gently pull back on the stick to take off. Watch the turn indicator and use your rudder and aileron control to maintain your takeoff flight path by keeping the ball in native center. Retract the gear with the G key. Monitor the landing gear warning lights to make sure the gear retracts and locks successfully. Lights extinguished. Quickly check the engine gauge to make sure the oil temperature and pressure are showing normal readings. Also check the coolant temperature gauge for a normal reading. Reduce power to maximum continuous by first setting 46 inches manifold pressure and then reducing RPM to 2700. A good approximate climb speed is 170 mph. Set a desired climb rate using the rate of climb indicator and trim the aircraft to maintain the flight path. As you continue to climb, monitor the instruments to make sure the aircraft is operating normally. This concludes the takeoff lesson.
Well, I got off the ground. That's a plus. All right. Yay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna regret this. Let's try some landing. Yeah, exactly. The landing is gonna be the interesting one. There you go.
Welcome to the landing lesson.
There we go.
Today we will practice flying the visual approach pattern, followed by the engine shutdown procedure. If you're having trouble hearing my instruction over the engine noise, turn down the world and in-cockpit sound sliders in the
If you're having trouble hearing my instruction, turn down the world and in-cockpit sound sliders. There we go. World and in-cockpit. There we go. Let's see if that helps.
Take a moment to stabilize
Go a little bit lower.
the aircraft and level flight. Set the throttle to about 30 inches of manifold pressure to keep the speed around 250 miles per hour. Follow the coastline as we fly northbound. Press the spacebar key when you are ready to begin.
Set the throttle about 30 inches of manifold pressure. There we go. Now is that... Okay, that's... I can do that with my stick as well.
The Mustang is not equipped with any modern precision approach systems, such as ILS. This means landings are performed using a visual approach pattern. In this lesson, we'll use a standard military overhead pattern. An overhead pattern consists of the following basic elements. Entry into the pattern on the upwind leg, where the aircraft is flown along the runway parallel to the landing course. The crosswind leg, where the aircraft is turned 180 degrees to take the downwind leg,
There we
using
go.
the turn to bleed off any excess speed. The downwind leg, where the aircraft is flown along the runway in the opposite direction of the landing course and is prepared for landing.
I need to figure out how to set
Where
my
the aircraft is turned another 180 degrees
my
while
look,
descending
my
to take the final approach.
head movement,
The final
where you
approach,
use the
where
mouse
aircraft
to
is
my
flown down a
thumbstick
steady
though.
glide path past the
I
runway
would love to look
threshold
around.
to the touchdown point. I've included an image with the mission briefing showing an example of the overhead approach pattern. To open the briefing, press
I don't want
left
to use my
Alt plus
fucking...
B. Press the space bar key to proceed.
Left Alt plus B. Oh. Alright, so... Come in, circle around. Alright, so I'm looking at 160 miles per hour, 120. Okay. There we go.
The lengths and altitudes of a pattern may vary. For this practice mission, we will assume a typical pattern of entry at 1,000 feet above ground level and holding that altitude on the
What
upwind
is
and
my
downwind legs.
altitude?
Base leg, descending to 600 feet toward the final approach point. A normal 3-degree glide slope from the final approach point, starting at 600 feet of altitude and 2 nautical miles away from the runway. Press the space bar key to proceed.
Sure, I'll take his word for all that.
The airspeeds flown in the pattern depend on the aircraft. For the
What's my
51D,
speed?
the pattern speed was no greater than
300
miles per hour, because the landing gear and flaps can only be lowered at speeds below 170 miles per hour. One of the
170.
advantages of the overhead pattern is that it allows you to bleed off any excess airspeed in the crosswind turn before settling down on the downwind leg and dropping the gear and flaps for final approach. Final approach is flown at 120 miles per hour, and touchdown speed is 90. Press the space bar key to proceed. Landing is one of the most difficult and dangerous elements of flying, especially in an airplane like the
Guess this guy hasn't seen me take
where
off
a
yet.
powerful engine and large propeller in the nose of the aircraft pull a massive amount of torque. At low speeds, the aircraft is very sensitive to power changes, and it's easy to get into trouble by mishandling engine and aircraft controls, in particular at low altitudes when there's little time to react. Once we enter the pattern, be careful to avoid large throttle movements and handle the controls carefully to maintain controlled and stable flight. Press the space bar key to proceed. Before entering the pattern, set the engine RPM to 2,700.
Think I'm...
You should see the airfield ahead, a few miles east of the coast. You should also see a pattern of green gates arranged in the air to help guide you through the overhead
That's about
pattern
it.
all the way down to the runway. The pattern entry gate is the large one, positioned 1,000 feet above the runway threshold. Take a heading for the entry gate, which will put you on the upwind leg over the runway, heading away from the coast.
All right. Let's see how all these flight or space sims have helped me. So I am liking the simulation mode a lot better than War Thunder. The planes don't seem so
You're approaching the pattern.
wobbly.
Level off at 1,000 feet and follow the gates to fly the pattern.
1,000. I am almost 1,000. And I am about at 1,000. 1,200. Close enough.
Good job entering the pattern. You are now on the upwind leg. Keep the power down and monitor your airspeed and altitude. The next leg will be the crosswind turn, taking you 180 degrees left to put you on the downwind leg. Use the turn to bleed off any excess speed so that you're below 200 mph on the downwind leg.
Ooh, missing it. I'm definitely bleeding off some power, some speed here.
You're now on the downwind leg. Maintain airspeed around 160 mph and altitude at 1,000 feet.
$160.
Lower the landing gear by pressing G. Watch the landing gear warning lights panel to make sure you get the green light.
Yep, too late. I took my hand off. I ain't looking.
Press the F key twice to set the flaps to 20 degrees down.
Well, my thinking went 20 degrees.
next gate will be the start of your base leg, leading you through a descending left-hand turn toward the final approach point.
Well, so
Control
far
your
so good.
airspeed to make sure it stays below 160 mph for final approach.
Definitely need to slow down some though. Below 160. I am at 155. A tiny bit more. 150. Well, so far so good. Yeah, all I gotta do is just land now, huh? Nice. Think in terms of setting down
You're now lining up for final approach.
on all three wheels.
Press the F key 3 more times
Oh,
to lower
fuck.
the flaps all the way down.
I gotta change my buttons though.
Maintain 120 mph on final. Minimize side slip and trim for a steady approach. If you find yourself getting into trouble, add a little power, then raise the gear and flaps to climb out and go around.
120. 120 right here.
Speed looks good. Keep it around 120 on final.
Trying to. Here we go.
As you approach the threshold, prepare to reduce power and flare the aircraft by gently pulling the stick back. You want a gentle touchdown at about 90 mph.
About 90. Well, I definitely touched down. Just not quite on the runway. Well, all in all though, that wasn't too bad, I don't think. Who would put that fence there though? All right. Now let's try something different. Yeah, so the other one, who was... Oh, I'm not even sure how to say your name. High Cube? Sorry if I said that wrong. The other plane you get is the SU-25 Tango. Alright. I'm going to regret this, because I am going to do horrible. Wait. My campaigns... Well, fuck it. Guess we're going to try this one. Just so you guys know, I am going to die horribly. Because now we're going to be in a jet. So I do like the controls better in this than War Thunder, though. The planes don't seem so... I don't know. Oh, well, fuck me running. Let's, we'll do that later. Let's, go back real quick and just do a instant action. Let's do flying. I wanna play with flying a little bit. I do need to set a button for my flaps. Flaps. Alright, so flaps down. Okay. Flaps up. I already have a button. Cool. Okay. Interesting. What do these do? so apparently I have no guns. Or is that something that I have to... Come on. No, let's not crash yet. I just wanna... Come on, stay up. Alright, whatever. Let's just fly out for a minute. Boasting Bomb, what's up? How you doing today? This is just a trailer, but you can buy... Oh, I gotcha. Oh, that sucks. I wanted to shoot some guns. I do like that. That's actually a cool... Oh yeah, I literally just started. Okay, so I gotta do the other one. Um, I've been playing this game for an hour now, and I have crashed a ton now inside the, just trying to take off. Landing, I was pretty smooth on the landing until I flew into the fence. I wasn't up high enough. Alright, let's... Yep. I would expect that. I would expect some shake. Probably not a good sound. Played for 5 days, but only have 10 hours of playtime. I can definitely understand that. When they started going over the controls, like what all the gauges and buttons do, that was a real big turn off. But I mean, all in all, I just wish I could figure out how to look around. All right, view. Yeah, I wish I knew how. So when I go to, let me see real quick. Um, like for example, the pitch. Add com. Oh, I would assume it's tune, huh? Okay. Use a curve slider. Let's see what. Ooh, fuck that. Yeah. I will definitely have to play with this off stream though. Yeah. Yeah, I will definitely play with that off stream. Because I prefer a curve. Let me see. What the? Oh, yeah, this is confusing. Can I just... No, you can't just like click it. Yeah, I will have to play that off stream. Curve of 25 is okay. Let's see. Well, let's go 20. Let me see, because what Oh, I see. Okay, I understand how the curve works now. I don't know. So I play Star Citizen a lot, and the curve is similar to this, except it's like, it goes like that kind of curve, not both ways. But yeah, I'll go with I'll go 20. Start there and see how things go. Um, so to look around, is there a way to set it to a thumbstick on um my flight stick? And if so, what, I guess, command is it? Why this? Start procedure. Oh, that's cool. So it can actually help me start. Okay. Um, throttle flaps. Okay. Use my. Well, so the only thing I'm trying to figure out, mouse, horizontal. Oh, here it is. Okay. Left stick. Hmm. Does it not let me? I guess that means since it's grayed out, I can't do. Hmm. Well, again, I'll probably have to play with this later. Um, it's an axis. Am I not? Well, no. So I have a thumbstick that I would figure probably had to be an analog input. Hmm. All right. So let's try view up, left. Oh man, this is gonna be camera view down. Oh, am I? Is it the view or? I guess it'd be view, huh? View center. Let's just try this. Okay. Um, down. Make it slow. View down slow. Yeah, it's not gonna work. All right. View up. All right. Well, this is boring, so I will do this later. Let's go to instant action. This. Yeah, there we go. Watch me die horribly. Select next. Oh, I gotta set weapon. Oh well.
8 kilometers ahead are two A-10s coming directly at you.
Ooh,
Use
A-10s.
your R-60M and R-73 missiles to shoot them down. Press escape and then...
Well, if I'm gonna have to fire missiles, then I probably need to set that up, huh? Autopilot. Hey, look at that. Commands, countermeasures. Continuous flares. Okay. Right stick. Let's go with countermeasure release. I'm not sure if I'm reading that right. IR jamming, sure, whatever. Sorry, guys. This doesn't really have a a quick setup for controls. Labels, sensors, auto lock. Fuck. Here we go. Nearest aircraft. Nearest surface target. I have seen no videos. I literally saw this and downloaded it and tried playing it. Auto lock on center aircraft. Oh, here we go. That's the one I was looking for. Auto lock. There we go. Nearest. Where's next? Next aircraft. There we go. All right, missiles. Got that. Yeah, I will definitely check it out. I'll check out a bunch of tutorials stuff later. I just wanted to play it and see if I'd even like the game. A ton of view. Okay, cannons. Hey, Kalana, how you doing, man? Uh, I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing. So, weapon fire, cannons. Okay. I didn't see missile. Missile label. Pad. All right. So, how do weapon release? All right. I'm I'm thinking it's this. If anyone has any knowledge, feel free to let me know. 'Cause I just want to figure out how to shoot a missile to shoot them down. Well, let's. I don't know what a all missile padlock is. Check under Hotask. Oh, where do you see that at? Disable rescan device. Okay, so filter for it. So what? Just yeah, nothing pops up there. So it has both my sticks. Oh, uh, Boast and Bomb, thank you for the follow. You know, we're just gonna go with it. Let me see. So here's all. Jesus. All right, so here's all the options I have. Weapons. Okay. Cannons. All right, cannons. Launch permission override. I don't. Weapons fire. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just see what happens.
To view a
Maybe
list
he'll
of useful key commands.
Осталось 1500 килограмм.
dude just fucking launching countermeasures. Oh no no. Let's slow up a bit. All right, so.
Отказ СПО. Отказ систем РЭП.
Oh,
Отказ гидросистемы.
it's shooting.
Отказ СПО.
It's shooting my missiles. That's what it's doing. All right, so let's change this. I don't know what button 5 is. So cannons will be that. Button 3. This be that. I don't know. Clear combo. D to select. Change weapon. Yeah. Let's change this to button 24. Button 24. There we go.
Отказ систем РЭП. Отказ гидросистемы. Отказ СПО. Отказ систем РЭП. Отказ гидросистемы.
I don't know what the fuck she's saying.
Систем РЭП. Отказ гидросистемы. Отказ СПО. Отказ систем РЭП. Отказ гид...
Well, it doesn't help that I don't speak. I think they're speaking Russian. So let's see something.
Системы. Отказ СПО. Отказ систем РЭП. Отказ гидросистемы. Отказ
Well.
СПО. Отказ систем РЭП. Отказ гидросистемы.
Oh.
Отказ СПО. Отказ систем РЭП.
Well.
Отказ гидросистемы. Отказ СПО. Отказ...
Okay. Yeah, so I don't have any U.S. planes. Well, besides the 51. All right. Air-to-air mode 6. Toggle up and maneuver flaps. Yeah. You could still land this. This is like the A-10. I love the A-10. That plane has saved my ass in Afghanistan and Iraq many times. Let's see.
8 kilometers ahead are 2 A-10s coming directly at you. Use your R-60M and R-73 missiles to shoot them down. Press escape and then select briefing to view a list of useful key commands.
Flaming if is worth it if you pursue.
Осталось 1500 килограмм.
Alright. I don't... So D? I don't know what weapon system I'm on though. Alright, well. Now you're talking about some fun right there. Let me see something. Okay. So, yeah, I'm very confused. For many reasons. Yeah, exactly. This is a zombie apocalypse scenario. So I guarantee there's probably something I need to do to be able to fire missiles and everything. I just don't know. Oh, here we go.
Отказ ОЛС.
Yeah, I'm probably being shot at.
СПО. Отказ систем РЭП. Управляй вручную.
Kaboom. There he is. Alright, 6 is for AA mode. Yeah, I got that.
Отказ ОЛС.
Yeah, there's definitely the problem. I'm missing half my plane. I tried though, I'm getting there. It would help if this was a English external view from your... I'm gonna try that, F5. Okay, so air-to-air mode is 6. Select weapons is D. I know the flaps. It's F5.
Use
That
your
is loud.
R60M and R73 missiles to shoot them down.
I
Press
would love to.
escape and then select briefing to view a list of useful key commands.
Except I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at.
Осталось 1500 килограмм.
Oh, so spacebar is... Yeah. Okay. Alright, I'm getting there. So spacebar is fire. But I have it set. Let's, there we go. So, button 3. There, that's fire. Change weapon. Cannons. Cut off burst. Alright, well, we're getting there, guys. Is there an uncage in... I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know what that means. There we go. Now I have... I am in no way a flight sim guru or even a plane guru. I don't even know what uncaged means.
Отказ СТО.
Well, hey, look, there we go.
Отказ систем РЭП.
Now we're missing,
Отказ гидросистемы.
okay. I'm getting there, though, guys. I'm gonna shoot down one of these fuckers before I'm done. Alright, 6.
8 kilometers ahead are two A-10s coming directly at you. Use your R60M and R73 missiles to shoot them down. Press escape and then select briefing
Yeah,
to
that's
view a list of useful key commands.
Осталось 1500 килограмм.
too far. I assume the arrow behind where I'm aiming is where the bullets impact. Hey, got him. Nope, slow up.
Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка.
Now that's supposed to release my chaff, but it's not. Alright, so if I hit this again... Change weapons. Okay. Let me guess. Oh, hey, look. Okay. We're getting there, guys. Using the Mason. Oh yeah, like I said, I love the A10. And for targeting the guns, 2 lines. Oh, okay. And that's if you put the correct size. I don't even know how to fuck with the targeter. It's alright though. Like I said, we're getting there. So 6.
8 kilometers ahead are two A-10s coming directly at you. Use your R60M and R73 missiles to shoot them down. Press escape and then select briefing to view a list of useful key commands.
Well.
Осталось 1500 килограмм.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking too. Yeah, he's... I don't like the camera view though, that's fucking weird. But it could also be too much G's.
Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная
There's one. Shit, where'd he go? That, and I haven't figured out how to put my thumbstick to look around. So in order for me to look around, I gotta use the fucking mouse.
Отказ ОЛС.
Yep.
Отказ СТО. Отказ систем РЭП.
I don't...
Управляй
Oh,
вручную.
so that's a...
Отказ гидросистемы. Отказ ОЛС. Отказ СТО. Отказ систем РЭП.
There we go. That's how you can move that
Управляй
around.
вручную.
The Russian Sabaner have a tone. Ah. Sorry guys. Like I said, this is my first day
8 kilometers
trying
ahead are
this.
two A-10s coming directly at you. Use your R60M and R73 missiles to shoot them down. Press escape and then select briefing to view a list of useful key commands.
Hey, figured that out.
Осталось 1500 килограмм.
This should have... Didn't change my weapons though. It would definitely be a lot easier if I actually knew what the hell they were saying.
Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная
Pretty sure he's saying that they're attacking. Wait.
Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. 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 Скорость предельная. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка.
Yay, stalling out.
Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Скорость предельная.
Yeah, come on.
Атаки.
No.
Предельная перегрузка. Скорость предельная. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка.
Sucks though, since I can't fucking look around without using my mouse. A section of the plane including the... if you want flaming cliffs, a selection of planes including the... I'd be happy to gift it to you. I mean, I appreciate that, but I don't even know if I even like this game yet. I would have to play it a little bit before I even... But God, I need something that's American. All these buttons and shit, and I have no clue what any of it means. Man, where the hell is this guy? Man. Okay. Oh, hey, look, there he is. Doesn't help, though. Like I said, if I knew what this person was saying, what the computer was saying to me, it'd help out a lot.
Предельный угол атаки.
Some cockpits have
Предельная
possibility to be
перегрузка.
changed.
Предельный угол атаки.
You know what? I never even looked. I haven't even looked to see if there was an option for that. Radio speech, main headphones. Wow, no clue what any of this shit is. Oh, outside of the mission. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I will definitely
Предельная перегрузка.
play with it.
Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка.
That's good. Hey, look, I found him. Yes, we probably need to speed up a bit. There we are. Yeah, there he is. He's up there.
Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка.
She's probably calling merged over and over. I don't know what that means. However, he is coming on my ass.
Предельный угол
Nope,
атаки.
too much.
Предельная перегрузка. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка.
Nope, calm
Предельный
down.
угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка.
Oh. That I could understand, actually. I don't know where my speed is on here, though. Oh, yeah? Well, that's useful. So, let me see. I'm probably going to get blown up, but I have to look around. Losing altitude. Yeah. Ooh, zoom back out. Need to get some, there he is. Oh, yeah? That I did not know. Ooh, I zoomed out a little too far. There we go. Might have been too far away, or I didn't get a lock on him. I don't know if the solid tone it's locked. Yep, guess the solid tone is locked. There we go. And now, aw, it won't let me eject.
Nice flying. Both aircraft have been destroyed. Press escape to...
All right, there, everybody. I need to be jumping off here. I'm already 30 minutes past my my time. Oh, okay. Before I go though, I'm gonna raid you guys off to another streamer. If there's someone you guys want me to raid to, shout it out in chat. If not, I will find someone playing DCS. I will definitely try it again. Um, I will definitely look into an American aircraft though. Because it is hard when they're yelling at you in Russian and you don't know what the fuck they're saying. Alright, I'm not seeing anything in chat, so I will find someone to raid to. Alright, everybody. Again, I appreciate everybody stopping by, and I will definitely play this game again. Hopefully the next time I stream it, I'll be a little bit better and actually have my controls set up. But, no guarantees, because, yeah. But thanks for everybody stopping by, and I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I will see you again tomorrow.